Good morning, YouTube. How are you this morning? I'm pretty good, but I'm bored. It is a little after 10 a.m. Central Time, and I'm in Garland, Texas at 84 Lumber, parked on the street. It's the clicking because I have my flashers on. Let's see. When we talked on Friday, Friday, I was heading out from Olda, and it took me only took me about 25 minutes to tarp my load. I had absolutely zero problems. They filled it out right the first time. They were nice and square pretty much. Got them bunched down and was out of there. No problem. Matter of fact, I got out at the same time as two other Maverick drivers that were there who had been out there tarping for more than an hour each. Maybe it's skill, maybe it's just practice, or maybe just luck, I don't know. I ended up taking off and heading down to the Flying J in Texarkana like I had planned. I got there about 6:30 p.m. Found a parking spot. Actually wasn't all that busy. Parked the truck and then went to the little barbecue place next door for dinner. Came back to the truck and watched a little TV and then went to bed. I could have made it a lot closer to Dallas, and I probably should have, so I could have gotten home. But I would have gotten home at the same time regardless of what I had done. So I got up around 7:30, took off, drove in, stopped in Caddo Mills to buy fuel, parked the truck, ran a couple errands, and went home. It's kind of a quiet weekend. Everybody's kind of modeling because my wife put my stepson's cat down on Saturday morning. Kind of the reason maybe I should have pushed it, but I never would have made it to get home anyway. She was between, we really don't know how old she was. She's between 16 and 18 years old, and she had probably had 7 or 8 litters of kittens over the years, and that takes a toll on a cat. And she's been healthy the last, pretty good since we had her fixed about, 5 or 6 years ago. But she had developed breast cancer. Cats can get it too, and it was getting bad. She had started losing weight, and she was just going down. So it was just really kind of modeling around the house this weekend. I really didn't do much of anything on Saturday evening or even Sunday, other than watch TV. On Sunday, though, me and my wife did start watching, and we actually ended up binging all of the first season and the first 2 episodes of the current season of Into the Badlands, starring Daniel Wu. It's a pretty good show. It's kind of campy, but it's fun. And that was pretty much about it. Went to bed last night. Got up at 8 this morning, headed to the yard, got the truck, and then drove over here. I could have been here at 7 a.m. and maybe I should have, but I was here once before, and when I was here, it was a madhouse. I had gotten here at 7 that time, and I parked out on the street for 2.5 hours before I even got in the place. So instead of waiting, and that was a Monday as well, so instead of wasting my time like I figured I would come in late. Well, I got here and it's still a madhouse. I got here, there was 4 trucks on the road, and I parked down the street, and waiting to get in line. Now I'm next to get into the driveway, and it's been about 30 minutes or so. So I don't know. And there's a one in front of me, and he hasn't even begun to take his tarps off, but he's not even in the plant yet. So I guess there's somebody back there. I'm not really sure how long this is going to take or what. I do not have a pre-plan or anything like that, so I got no clue what I'm going to be doing. There's too many possibilities. You know them all. There's Home Depot. There's Midlothian. They can send me to Jewett. They can send me out of town. Heck, they can send me out of state to do pickups. I really don't know. It's a beautiful day. There's no wind. It's supposed to be in the 70s, so it should be a nice day to do whatever there is to do once they figure it out. So, like I said, not much going on this weekend, and I'm not really, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. So once I get this unloaded and figure out what I'm going to be doing and get there, I'll let y'all know. Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? I'm not too bad, I guess. It is 1 o'clock Central Time, and I am in Garland, Texas, at Coney Equipment. Let's see. I sat on the street outside of 84 Lumber for about another 45 minutes before the next guy went in. And when I pulled up, parked along the fence, and waited my turn, and then a couple other trucks came in behind me, and I sat there for about an hour and 45 minutes waiting for that guy to unload. He took forever to untarp, unsecure, and then they took a while to unload it. While I was sitting and waiting, when the other drivers had pulled in behind me, we got to talking, and he helped me take my tarps off and fold them away. I'd already taken all my bungees off, and just the tarp was just hanging there waiting, with pinned in place. And he offered to help me roll them up, and I went and checked to see if I could go ahead and put my tarps away. And they said I could untarp and unsecure out there as long as I was comfortable with pulling back. So I went ahead and did that. I took the tarps off, got them rolled up with his help. It took 15 minutes. It was kind of nice. I got all the straps loosened up and ready to pull, and then I waited about another 45 minutes. I went ahead and just pulled the straps, rolled them up, put them away. After being there, I guess it was about 12:20, if the other guy finally came out, and he'd been back there over 2 hours, and and they waved me back. I pulled straight back, removed the last couple of straps that were pinning the stuff down, rolled them up, put them away. And by the time I got that done, they had all my stuff off, and I was in and out in, I'd say 17, 18 minutes as far as getting unloaded goes. All that time while I was sitting waiting, just frustrated because it just didn't seem like they were doing nothing. The guy took forever to fold his tarps. I mean, I think he took about 30, 35 minutes for each tarp. I mean, I can understand, but his tarps are smaller than mine. I don't get it. Oh well, not my problem. Then while I was waiting, I got a load. It's a really, really small load, but it's an interesting load. I only had to come. I came down the street about 1.5 miles to the other side of Jupiter. I was on the east side of Jupiter. I'm on the west side of Jupiter, and I'm over here, and I am picking up an elevator and all of its assorted materials, the rails and all that good stuff. I'm not the only Maverick here. There's another one here. I don't know if he's going to the same place, but I'm going down to a build site at Texas A&M University in College Station. It's about 3 hours away, and I got to be there at 7 a.m. It's an elevator, basically, to go into new dorms on the drill campus. It's on Military Walk, which is going to be kind of interesting because Military Walk is a walkway. And I called and spoke with the receiver about where he wanted me to go, and he gave me the directions of how I'm supposed to get there. I'm going to go right up to the walk, and then they're going to unload me from there. Got to be there at 7 a.m. Shouldn't be a problem. My appointment here is at 2 o'clock. I'm an hour early. I've already checked in. I'm just waiting for this Melton to get out of the door, and then I can back in and get loaded. Straps load, and going to be tarped. And looking at the load for the other Maverick, he looks like he used a 8-foot drop on the front and a 4-foot drop in the back. And that is probably what I am going to have to do, depending on how things go. I think I'm carrying, from what I understand from talking to the gentleman in the shipping office, I'm carrying a complete elevator. That should be really kind of cool. I've never done anything like that. Super light load, only 14,000 pounds. It is my plan to head down that way. It's 182 miles, but I'm gonna take the little bit longer route. I'm gonna go down to through Madisonville. There's a truck stop I used to stop at down there that's got an Arby's and it's got a lot of parking, and it's about 30 miles away from the TAMU campus. And I'm parked there for the night, and then drive in the morning around 6. Get there early. It's a just in time, which means I get yelled at if I'm more than anything less than 15 minutes early. That's just the way they are. I wouldn't say get yelled at, but they don't like it. So should be an easy day. This load is under 350 miles with a 1 mile deadhead, so I will get paid $350 no matter how many miles it takes. It's all about getting close enough to park. There is a truck stop that is a bit closer. Matter of fact, it's more right there in town, but I've never been able to park there in the past, and I don't want to have to go to it and turn around and backtrack. So we'll just play it by ear and see what happens. So until tomorrow when I unload, keep the shiny side up. 73s. Be safe.